Well, it's taken too long, but this little project is just about over. And one of the last steps is heating and air conditioning in Ben's office. Okay, so here's one little crisis we're managing just ahead of these good young men that are going to put the head unit in. This is a ductless mini-split system, and apparently the gap around the perimeter of this little collection unit and the coolant lines is location specific. The head unit itself apparently is going to flush with the bottom of that, which means that I need to put some caulking in here. Wow, that's a lot of caulking. But I at least can seal this and maybe get this up a little bit. If I would have told Darren Sutton that, Darren Sutton would have made it happen, but I did not, so it is my bad. Let's see if I can pull a rabbit out of a hat. So when you're in a crunch time sort of pressure situation with good men waiting on your mistake, it's easy to be so amped up that you make a bigger mistake. And I almost grabbed a tube of silicone caulking to do this. That would have been a mistake that I would have never recovered from because silicone is not paintable, but I found the right stuff. So let's see what we can do. So I'm not proud of that, but it's the best we can do with the time that we have available, and we will just, at the end of the gig, apply the old comfort line, which is a little putty and a little paint makes a builder what he ain't.
Yeah. All right.
Different gases?
Nitrogen, and then the one with the yellow top there is just recovered refrigerant from old systems.
Recovered refrigerant. And that pink one is nitrogen?
That's the R410A, that's the new Freon.
Oh, I see. Okay. I would say we lucked out. Everything underneath here is covered. And that little bit of a boo-boo right there will caulk again and paint. This wall has only been primed. We did that this morning. Nice trim unit. We'll run a test on it once he gets the outside all ready to go. So those are the communication wires from the head unit inside?
Mm-hmm. Yep, all these ones over here.
And then, okay.
The two on the right are the
High voltage that Ben took care of.
Yep.
And then there's refrigerant lines going both ways.
Mm-hmm.
The computer's regulating all those flows, and
This is the liquid and this is the gas.
okay. Wow, high tech. And for so long, those compressors were great big heavy units sitting outside the buildings, and now they've just, you can put them anywhere, right?
Right.
Pretty cool. Are these ductless mini split systems the majority of the work you guys do now, or there are still ducted systems that go in?
There's still ducted systems that go in. Ductless is definitely getting more and more popular.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the new construction that I do is ductless now.
Interesting. Yeah.
I hardly ever get to mess with the ducting anymore.
Testing time, huh?
Yep.
I can feel it.
It's in heating mode right now, but it'll take a few minutes before the heat pump outside will actually kick on.
All right.
We take a reading off of the return and supply to make sure there's a good temperature split,
Okay,
to make sure it's working properly.
okay. And so have we got the split we want on this?
Yeah, the return's 70 degrees right now, and the supply is 125 degrees. So there's a 55 degree temperature split.
And that's good, yes?
Yes.
So it's blowing 126 degree air into the room?
Right.
That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Out of a heat exchanger. Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it would do that if it was 32 degrees outside. What would the split be if it was 32 outside?
It should still be the same.
Same split, regardless?
Yeah.
No kidding. And what's the bottom temperature that this thing will function at efficiently, do you think?
This is the high flow one or whatever it's called. I can't remember the name of it right
It's all
now,
right. It's a camera.
but it's meant to work. It can go to a super low temperature
And still keep
compared
making
to like the average mini split that
Yeah.
we sell. So it's made to perform at
Well,
every temperature.
That's pretty amazing, because one of the complaints with heat pumps is that the air is like 70 degrees, and moving 70 degree air feels cool. But this feels warm. So good job, guys. And it didn't take you long to do it. And I think you're off on a good career.
Yeah.
What do you think? You happy with life as a 2-year HVAC tech?
Of course.
Right on. As it turns out, I didn't really realize just how amazing, how incredible this little mini split ductless system is until I reached out to Tom Gogol for his review of what I thought was our last draft. He sent me some of the specs on this little machine that just blew me away. It produces 100% capacity all the way down to 13 degrees below zero. And even though it's only a 9,000 BTU system, it still produces 11,590 BTUs of heat down to 5 degrees. That's amazing. Thank you for watching Essential Craftsman, and keep up the good work.